Hello friends, Archangel with Crypto Angel here. I am getting a lot of questions about the rewards for Bury and Dig and how they differ among the three tokens for Shib, Leash, and Bone. So we'll go ahead and take a look at those, each one, and show you how those are going to work and see where we may or may not be conflating these reward timeframes among each other. And if you hear fireworks in the background, happy 4th of July Eve. We will be celebrating that tomorrow here in the US. So we're going to take a look at SHIB first and go over how these rewards are going to work. So we know we've got the 30 total bone per block during the liquidity event, the 0.1% of Ethereum transaction fees, and part of that is being swapped or converted into SHIB. So that 33% of the bone per block, as well as these transaction fees, will be distributed weekly and available for withdrawal, while 67% of those will be time locked. And I think we all have a fairly decent understanding of how this particular scenario is playing out. So again, the 33% of all these rewards will be distributed weekly, and the 67% will be time locked. And the digging of SHIB is fairly simple as well. So the 33%, and this will just be producing, according to this chart here, will be producing the 33% of the bone rewards will be available for withdrawal at any time. So let's say in the first minute you get 3 bone minted with your SHIB, you'll be able to take one of those out immediately, and the other 2 will be time locked for 6 months, and that will be that 67% there. So you don't have to claim whole bones or whole numbers. I'm just using that as an example. So if you want to claim 0.1 bone and take that and put it in another dig pool, that's completely fine. I'm just using the 3 bone as whole numbers for an example. So again, that's fairly simple here. And then when we get over to burying Leash, it operates the same way, with all of the rewards being locked and distributed weekly, so that you'll get that 33% of the 10 bone per block and the swap conversion fees into Leash on a weekly basis for that 33%, and then the 67% of that will be time locked. So what I really want to focus on, and what I think people are getting conflated, is the rewards for digging Leash and digging bone. So we're going to look at the dig Leash first, and then how that also translates over into bone. So we can see that we've got the bone rewards from digging Leash, as well as 0.1% of all WBTC transactions and 0.1% of all USDC transactions. So the way this works is the 33% of the bone per block that's being distributed is available for withdrawal at any time. So again, if you have that 3 bone in the first minute, you can take 1 out, and the other 2 will be time locked for 6 months. However, the 33% of the WBTC and USDC returns will be distributed on the same weekly distribution schedule as the bury distribution. So the bury distribution and these other token rewards will be distributed on a weekly basis. They will not be available for withdrawal immediately. So you will not be able to take out the WBTC or the USDC tokens immediately. They will be held for a week for that 33%, and then the remaining 67% will be time locked for 6 months. So I really want to stress this part, that only the bone portion of the dig is available immediately, while the other token rewards are not available immediately. They are available weekly. Now, as we look at the bone rewards, we can see that the 10 bone per block and the swap fee conversions into bone, again, are on that weekly schedule. So that 33% will be distributed weekly for withdrawal, with the 67% time locked. And the digging of bone We can see we've got that 0.1% of all DAI and 0.1% of all USDT tokens. And again, that 33% of Bone will be available immediately and 67% time locked, while the 33% of the DAI and USDT returns will be distributed weekly. And that is going to be a set weekly time for distribution every week. So it's not going to matter when you start rolling in your tokens to the berry pool or digging those tokens in the liquidity pool. There's going to be a set weekly schedule that you may get in 7 days before, you may get in 5 days before, you may get in 1 day before, but it's going to be a set day of the week, a set time of the week that those rewards are going to be distributed. And that way the system isn't having to pay out a million times throughout a week. It's going to be a set schedule for those payouts. Now, again, that's not going to matter as much as we roll through and everybody ends up being involved for a full week at some point. But depending on when that time frame is set up, you may or may not be in a full week when you first start. So, and another common question that we keep hearing is the when you claim rewards. So when you claim rewards after that 7-day period or at that set weekly distribution schedule, you know, some people are thinking that if you don't claim it, you'll lose it, and that's just not the case. So you'll be able to, your rewards will accumulate over time, and you'll be able to claim them at any time. Of course, that 33%, you'll be able to claim them at any time. However, they won't be working for you if you don't claim them. So they'll just be sitting there for your ready for you to claim, but they won't be generating anything out of bury or dig. So just to recap, all of the weekly distribution of any token and reward is going to be on a weekly distribution schedule with 33% available for at that weekly distribution, and then 67% will be available after the 6-month time lock. And that time lock rolls as well, so it'll be a rolling 6 months. And any bone rewards for the dig, and only bone rewards for the dig, whether that's for Shib, Leash, or Bone, the bone rewards for dig are available for withdrawal at any time. So I hope this content has been helpful for you. And with that, Archangel out.